This story is a work of fiction created for emotional and narrative exploration. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or real events is purely coincidental. The content is intended for mature audiences and may contain themes of emotional distress, infidelity, and relationship conflict. Reader discretion is advised. This material is not intended as professional advice in relationships, mental health, or legal matters. If you are experiencing similar issues in your personal life, please seek support from qualified professionals. I always thought love had an unspoken permanence. That once someone held your hand through your storms, they'd never be the one to create them. I believed that about Natalie. Maybe that was my first mistake. We met 6 years ago at a small bookshop tucked away in a sleepy corner of town. She was browsing through a collection of old poetry, her fingers grazing the spines like they were fragile memories. I was instantly drawn to her. She had that quiet presence that didn't ask for attention but received it anyway. We fell into love slowly, then all at once, like the way rain starts with a few uncertain drops and then becomes a downpour. We moved in together after a year. Built a home, shared routines, pets, dreams. There was comfort in the ordinary. She made my coffee just right. I remembered her favorite brand of granola. We laughed at the same stupid TV shows and cried at the same endings. Ours was not a love of grand gestures but of quiet moments. And I thought that was enough. But love doesn't always leave through the front door. It started small, like a draft in a warm room. She started working late more often. Her phone, once left face up without care, now stayed glued to her side, locked, silent. When I asked, she said work was just hectic. She was tired. Overwhelmed. I believed her. Or wanted to. The distance between us grew. An invisible wall neither of us mentioned. We slept back to back. We made love less. Her laughter stopped reaching her eyes. Then one morning I woke up and she was gone. No note. No goodbye. Just a text that came an hour later. I'm sorry. I need space. Please don't contact me right now. I sat on the edge of our bed for hours reading those words until they blurred. It felt like a part of me had been quietly amputated in my sleep. In the weeks that followed, I drowned in questions. What did I do? Where did we go wrong? I reached out once, just once, but she never replied. I saw her tagged in a photo online 2 weeks later. She was with someone else. His hand rested on the small of her back like it belonged there. She was smiling in that photo, a real smile, the kind I hadn't seen in months. It gutted me. She had been seeing him before she left. I found that out through a mutual friend, hesitant and apologetic. They'd met at work. It had been going on for a while. She didn't know how to end it with me, so she just didn't. She left. I didn't tell anyone how badly it hurt. How I stayed up nights wondering what I lacked that he had. How I picked apart every moment in our relationship, hunting for signs that had been screaming all along. I hated her, but I missed her. It was a sick contradiction I couldn't shake. A month passed. It was a rainy Thursday when she came back. I heard a knock at the door around 9 p.m. I wasn't expecting anyone. I opened it, and there she was, soaked to the bone, hair matted to her face, her eyes red and puffy. Natalie? I asked, my voice a cautious whisper. She didn't say anything for a second. Just stared at me like she wasn't sure if I was real. Then she stepped forward, trembling. I'm sorry, she whispered, and her face crumbled. I didn't know what I was doing. I made a mistake. She cried, right there in the doorway, sobbing like the guilt had finally caught up to her. And maybe it had. Maybe she did love me in her own way. Maybe he left her. Maybe it all fell apart faster than she expected. I stood there, still as stone, letting the moment wash over me. Can we talk? She asked, voice shaking. I wanted to scream, to pull her close and push her away all at once. I wanted to know why. I wanted to forget. I wanted to forgive, but I didn't know how. So I stepped aside. I let her in. We sat in silence for a while, her wet clothes leaving small puddles on the floor. She told me everything. How it started. Why she left. How she thought she was chasing happiness but only found guilt. I didn't leave because I stopped loving you, she said. I left because I was afraid I already had. That hurt more than the betrayal. I didn't say much that night. I didn't have the words. I still don't know if I made the right choice in letting her in, even just for a conversation. Some wounds don't heal with apologies. Some cracks never close fully. Natalie left quietly the first time. But when she returned, it was with the sound of everything breaking at once. And though I forgave her eventually, I never forgot the silence she left behind. Love, I've learned, doesn't always end in anger. Sometimes it just slips away while you're not looking and returns only to remind you of what it cost.